Picture this: the 12th and 13th centuries, a time of immense change and upheaval around the world. This was an era marked by the rise and fall of empires, the clash of civilizations, and the relentless pursuit of power. It was a time of knights and samurais, sultans and emperors, each vying for dominance. But, amidst this global chessboard of kings and emperors, a figure emerged from the vast steppes of Mongolia, who would change the course of history. His name was Genghis Khan. Overcoming countless challenges, he united the Mongol tribes and embarked on a series of conquests that would reshape the world. His rule, marked by innovative military strategies and a vast empire, left a lasting legacy that still reverberates today. In this turbulent time, one man rose from obscurity to create the largest contiguous empire in history: Genghis Khan. Born as Temujin in the harsh steppes of Mongolia, Genghis Khan's life was anything but ordinary. In the 12th century, Temujin's early life was marked by hardship, struggle, and survival. His father was poisoned when he was just a boy, leaving him and his family to fend for themselves in a world fraught with tribal warfare and treachery. His mother, Holan, taught him the harsh realities of the steppe life. It was a world where alliances shifted like the wind, and survival was never guaranteed. Yet the young Temujin showed an uncanny ability to navigate this treacherous landscape. He formed alliances, survived slavery, and even managed to marry his betrothed, Borte, despite being captured by a rival tribe. But Temujin's ambition stretched far beyond mere survival. He had a vision of a united Mongolia, free from the constant tribal infighting that had plagued his people for generations. To achieve this, he would need to rise above the petty tribal politics and become a leader of all Mongols. With Borte by his side and his closest ally Jamukha, he began to unite the Mongol tribes under a single banner. He achieved this through a combination of military prowess, political savvy, and a code of laws known as the Yasa, which promoted order, loyalty, and meritocracy. His successes drew more tribes to his cause, and in time he was elected as the Great Khan of the Mongols, adopting the title Genghis Khan. This title meant Oceanic Ruler, a fitting name for a man whose influence would eventually stretch across the vast continent of Asia. His rise to power was a turning point in Mongolian history, marking the beginning of a united Mongol nation that would soon launch itself onto the world stage with a force and ferocity unlike anything seen before. From these humble beginnings, Temujin rose to become Genghis Khan, the leader of a united Mongol nation. His story is a testament to the power of vision, resilience, and leadership, and it's just the beginning of a saga that would shape the course of world history. Genghis Khan was not only a leader but also a military genius. The strategies he employed were far ahead of his time, proving instrumental in his quest to conquer vast territories. Mobility was a significant aspect of his military tactics. The Mongol army, largely composed of horsemen, could cover vast distances at an incredible speed. This mobility allowed them to strike swiftly, often before their enemies could mount a proper defense. But speed and mobility were not the only weapons in Genghis Khan's arsenal. He was also a master of psychological warfare. He understood the power of fear and used it to his advantage. By spreading terrifying tales of Mongol conquests, he would often win battles even before they began, as enemies surrendered out of fear. Another crucial component of Genghis Khan's military tactics was his use of intelligence gathering. He valued information and used spies, scouts, and local guides to gain a deep understanding of enemy territories, their defenses, and their weaknesses. This knowledge allowed him to plan his attacks meticulously, ensuring the highest chances of success. These tactics were put into full display during his key conquests. The campaigns against the Khwarezmian Empire and the Jin dynasty are prime examples. The Khwarezmian Empire, a formidable power in the Middle East, fell to the Mongols after a series of swift and brutal campaigns. The Jin dynasty in China, too, could not withstand the onslaught of Genghis Khan's forces, despite their vast resources and strong fortifications. Through these strategies, Genghis Khan carved out an empire that stretched from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe. His innovative military tactics, combined with his leadership skills, transformed a band of nomadic tribes into an unstoppable war machine. His conquests reshaped the world, creating a new order that would influence the course of history for centuries to come. Through these strategies, Genghis Khan carved out an empire that stretched from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe. Under Genghis Khan, the Mongol Empire became a hub of cultural exchange and innovation. Stretching from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe, it was the largest contiguous land empire in history, But it wasn't just its sheer size that made the Mongol Empire remarkable. Genghis Khan's reign was characterized by strategic policies promoting trade, communication, and cultural exchange. He established a universal system of law and order known as the Yasa, which fostered stability and unity among the diverse cultures under his rule. This code not only maintained order but also protected the Silk Road, the ancient trade route linking east and west. Under Genghis Khan, ideas, knowledge, and goods flowed freely throughout the empire. This period saw an unprecedented exchange of diverse cultures, leading to a blossoming of innovation and progress. Thus, Genghis Khan's rule brought about a golden age of prosperity and cultural exchange. Genghis Khan's influence did not end with his death. In fact, his impact resonated through the centuries, shaping the course of history in profound ways. One of the most significant outcomes of his rule was the Pax Mongolica, or Mongol Peace. This was a period of relative tranquility and stability that stretched across the vast territories of the Mongol Empire. It was a time when the clashing of swords gave way to the bustling of trade routes, when the cries of war were replaced by the exchange of ideas and innovations. During this era, the Silk Road, an ancient network of trade routes that connected the East and the West, flourished under the protection of the Mongol Empire. This led to an unprecedented level of cultural exchange. Goods, knowledge, and ideas were traded freely, leading to significant advancements in various fields including science, technology, and the arts. The spread of technology and ideas was not limited to within the boundaries of the empire. The Mongols were instrumental in transmitting inventions like the compass, gunpowder, and printing from China to Europe. These technologies would later play pivotal roles in the European Renaissance and the Age of Exploration. Genghis Khan's leadership style and military strategies also had a lasting influence on future leaders and empires. His principles of meritocracy, loyalty, discipline, and his innovative tactics were studied and emulated by many, from the samurais of Japan to Napoleon Bonaparte. However, it's important to acknowledge that his legacy is not without controversy. His conquests resulted in the deaths of millions and the destruction of entire civilizations. Yet his rule also brought about an era of peace, prosperity, and cultural exchange, the effects of which are still felt today. Genghis Khan's legacy is a complex one, marked by both bloodshed and cultural exchange. His story serves as a reminder that history is often a tapestry of contradictions woven together by the threads of human ambition, ingenuity, and the relentless pursuit of power. As with any historical figure, there are misconceptions and controversies surrounding Genghis Khan. A familiar one is the portrayal of Genghis Khan as a ruthless conqueror. While it's true he led brutal campaigns, it's also true that he implemented policies promoting trade, communication, and cultural exchange. His rule in many ways helped shape the modern world. Another controversy stirs around his descendants. Some research suggests he has millions of male-line descendants today. This assertion, however, is based on genetic studies and remains a topic of ongoing debate in the scientific community. There are also disputes about how Genghis Khan looked. Many sources depict him with East Asian features, while others suggest he might have had Western Eurasian characteristics. This discrepancy is due to the lack of contemporary portraits, leaving us largely in the realm of speculation. Despite these controversies, Genghis Khan's impact on world history is undeniable. His story continues to captivate us, centuries after his reign. From a child named Temujin to the ruler of the largest contiguous empire in history, Genghis Khan's life was one of adversity, triumph, and lasting influence. Rising from harsh beginnings, he united the scattered Mongol tribes, forming an unstoppable force that would sweep across continents. His innovative military strategies, such as the use of cavalry and psychological warfare, were key to his numerous victories, as seen in his campaigns against the Khwarezmian Empire and the Jin dynasty in China. Under his rule, the Mongol Empire became a beacon of trade, communication, and cultural exchange, reaching an unprecedented vastness. His impact echoed through the ages, fostering a period of relative peace known as the Pax Mongolica, and shaping the course of world history. Despite the controversies and misconceptions surrounding his reputation, Genghis Khan's life and legacy continue to fascinate, and there is much more to explore about this complex and influential figure.